devasya dimai Dio yona prachodayat Om Bhurbuva Svaha Tatsavitur Varenyam Bargo devasya dimai Dio yona prachodayat Om Bhurbuva Svaha Tatsavitur Varenyam Bargo devasya dimai Dio yona prachodayat Om Bhurbuva Svaha Tatsavitur Varenyam Bargo devasya dimai Dio yona prachodayat Om Bhurbuva Svaha Tatsavitur Varenyam Bargo devasya dimai Dio yona prachodayat Om Bhurbuva Svaha Tatsavitur Varenyam Bargo devasya dimai Dio yona prachodayat Om Akanda Mandalakaram Vyaptam Yena Characharam Tat Padam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Om Akanda Mandalakaram Vyaptam Yena Characharam Tat Padam
Evening, lovely ladies. Wow, you all right? Can you hear me all right? 'Cause I've got
I can hear you.
a red beeping thing here. Don't know if my mic is going out of battery. Hi, Lena. Hello. Hi, Caroline. Hi, Laura. Hi, Pamela. Hi, Kathleen. Just looking at my thing. If my voice goes, my thing's just run out of battery. I think I've got two actually, so I think we're all right. Great, lovely to see everyone. Gorgeous to be with you tonight. We're nearly into the solstice, so it's so exciting, and we've got full moon as well, and it all comes together in this session. So it's so amazing how everything is just sinking in together. So you're going to need, if you've got some rose oil, I don't know if you do have any of that, but a rose or just some rose oil, or well, any oil will be fine actually. I'm going to do a little bit of journaling, and I've got a lovely meditation and mudra for us, the Hridaya mudra, which I will explain. And then we're going to go into some, I'll to tell you a little bit about the goddess that we are working with tonight and how you can kind of incorporate her into your world and into your life. So it's not a goddess that is like, she's not one of them, like the really, really super well-known goddesses, but she is the goddess of yoga. So of course she is like, yeah, she's very, very amazing. If you are a yogini, because she is the ultimate yogini. So if you've got a candle, and I don't know if has everybody got cacao tonight. If you want to work with cacao, we can have, yeah. Oh, I love them cauldron cups. All the witches in the house. I love it. So yes, if you've got some cacao, we can do a little cacao blessing. And hi, Emma. Hello. I've got another Caroline Botanical, and oh, Carol, Caroline, I know you are. I'm thinking, Caroline Botanical Engineer, who's that?
Botanical engineers.
Are you in the UK? You're away now?
I am in the UK, yes.
Right.
Not away, only for 2 weeks.
Oh, lovely. I'm going to Mallorca on Monday to stay with my friend Leah in the woods in a tent.
Oh, nice.
For a few days. So that's going to be quite exciting. Yeah.
Yeah, first holiday for 4 years.
Oh, doesn't it feel good?
Oh, yes.
Like, it is literally. I'm just making most of it. I've been this year.
I'm counting down to September. So.
Yeah, it'll soon be here, won't it? Yeah, gorgeous. Lovely. So has everyone got their kit and caboodle ready? Candle, if you've got some rose oil, that'd be amazing. Who's got their birthday this month? Anybody? I know that's Sarah. Is that Sarah Proctor? I'm not sure if it's Sarah Proctor or Sarah Honeysmith, but I know Sarah Proctor's got her birthday. Has anybody else got a birthday this month? No? Yes? No? Yeah. All right. Well,
Yes, Kathleen has.
out of there. Is that working? Is that all right now? Yeah. Yes, we're back in. I think my mic has run out. Is it working now? Yeah, you can hear me. Yeah, cool. Just give me a shout if I go again, because I've got a funny system here. I've got two mics now, and I'm never sure if I need both of them or not really. Anyway, hopefully that's working, so we're all good. Brilliant. All right, so let's have a moment to get comfortable and just settle into our space. We've got a little hour and a half together, which is going to be lovely. So we can, oracle cards too, actually. If you've got a deck of oracle cards, we'll work with them as well. All right. So just taking a moment to close your eyes down and just bring ourselves into our space. So as we drop in, the energy at the moment is pretty intense. We've got full moon coming up. We've got summer solstice coming up. All these lovely energies all mingling, and they're all about light. And you know, this, I love this pinnacle of the year. It's like, you know, this, that, I don't know where you all are, but we've had sunshine today all day. Like, it's been amazing to have the sun today. And I was just saying to my yoga students, we've been working in our training in water element, and it is literally pissed down for 3 months. So we're so happy that it's coming to an end and we can get into fire element, so we can get some sun going on, and hopefully we'll have a good heat wave over the next few weeks. So yeah, so just let's drop in, and again, just closing your eyes and bringing your awareness inward and taking a few breaths for yourself. So we just allow our awareness to just take that little journey from the head, from the planning, getting all of our stuff together, getting ourselves into the space, you know, all of the things that we've done today, maybe what things that we didn't quite get done today. And we just allow all of that to drop now and just let it all settle down. So we've done the best that we can for today. We've done enough. We are enough. So just letting ourselves settle down, just allowing the nervous system to begin to gently settle in. And just taking a few conscious breaths for yourself, being really aware of the breath as it moves in and out of your body. And again, just beginning to settle down the nervous system. So calming everything down and drawing our awareness inward. And just allowing your face to relax. Maybe just giving yourself a little squeeze in the face, let your jaw relax. And just let your shoulders drop away from your ears. Just let your arms rest a little heavier. Just feel as if the muscles of the back just drop down a little bit. Again, just let your back release and relax. And allow your chest to soften as you breathe. So just nice, soft, gentle breath. Allowing your belly to soften. And just feeling the hips and the parts of your bottom that are just in contact with the floor or your chair. And be aware of your legs and your feet, and just feel the lower half of your body and that sense of contact with the earth. And then imagine a rooting cord just beginning to spiral down through the base of your body into the floor of your building, down through the foundations of your building, and deeper down into the softness of the earth beneath, just planting your energetic roots down deep into the earth. And imagine that your roots travel deeper down through rock and stone, down through crystal, granite, sacred waters, and all the way down to the heart of the earth. And we might imagine the heart of Mother Earth as a crystal, perhaps a red crystal. as our roots arrive together. Allowing your roots to wrap gently around the heart of the earth as we connect to this beautiful grounding energy. And we allow the vibration of red to spiral up through our roots to surround our body. And it's just as if Mother Earth wraps her arms around us and holds us close. And from that lovely grounded space, with your next breath, just feel as if you lift your sternum a little, lift up through the crown of your head, and it's just as if you take up a little bit more space. And you allow that greater self to expand. And just opening into the heart field as if you plant yourself deep into the cave of your heart. To the women who held us our whole lives, we give great thanks. To the women around us who dance with us, sing with us, and impart their love and wisdom to us on a daily basis, we give great thanks. To the wise women of our futures, the ones who aren't yet born, the ones who are still so young but will teach us the most, and our beautiful sisters in our circle, we give great thanks. Our circle is now open. As we connect into this beautiful energy of Goddess Parvati tonight, Goddess of the heart's desire, Goddess of yoga and Goddess of relationship. We allow her beautiful energy to surround us and hold us. And as we light our sacred flame tonight, just taking a moment to find your candle, if you have one. And I'd like to, really with this on the theme of the evening, to be guided by this lovely reading from Nelson Mandela. There is no passion to be found in settling for a life that is less than the one you are capable of living. There is no passion to be found in settling for a life that is less than the one that you are capable of living. So we're going to be talking about patience, persistence, reassessing our commitments to our hopes and dreams as we are in this halfway point in the year. So if you have got some cacao, then we will do a little blessing with our cacao. So we can bring that into our heart field. If you don't have cacao or you don't work with cacao, then cacao is a beautiful heart medicine and really related to the goddess energies quite deeply, I find, because she's such a beautiful heart medicine. So we'll bring her into our field as we just have a moment with just a few thoughts and feelings around our like feelings of devotion and dedication. So these are some of the qualities of Parvati, especially devotion. So she's a very devotional goddess. And, you know, when we have a dream for ourselves, for our lives, then it takes devotion to achieve it, and it takes showing up on the days when it feels really hard, and it takes showing up, you know, when we don't feel like it. And you know, it takes that. It's called tapas in yoga. It is this fire of devotion, fire of practice, whatever that is for us in whatever way. So as we bring our cacao in and really connecting into this beautiful feeling of love and devotion, devotion to ourselves, devotion to our lives, devotion to our dreams, and just have a moment with your cacao to like re-establish within yourself, like what is like the biggest, the greatest dream that you've got for yourself. And that might be just to create a simple life. It might be just that. It might be to simplify. It might be, you know, to create a life that you love living every day. So as we connect in with our cacao, I like to have a moment to give thanks to the medicine for being with us, because the particular medicine that I work with is from Ecuador. So she's traveled quite a long way to be here. And I feel very lucky every day to be able to sit with cacao, because it's, you know, it's not always going to be a given that we have her with us. So so as we take a moment with her, I'd just like to just give a thought to all the people involved, the people that we will never know the names of these people, we will never see their faces, but we thank them for, you know, for bringing this lovely cacao to us. So with a lovely intention in your heart, an intention for yourself, just for yourself, for you. What is your dream? What is your desire? What is your wish in this beautiful energy at the moment? Is so gorgeous just now. In this full energy, the light of the moon, this fullest part and the fullest part of the sun, you know, in her power and in her strength. So what is your wish? And just take a moment to really see that in practice, you know, feel it, see how it feels to be in that wish, in that dream. And as you take your first sip of your cacao, just take a moment to really welcome this beautiful medicine into your body. And often I find as the medicine comes down towards the heart, you often begin to feel a warmth here, just starting to kind of unlock and really unwind the heart a little. So as you take your second sip, just feeling for that warmth as it moves down. And then setting a lovely intention for you as you just sit with this. Got this most amazing bird outside. I don't know if you can hear it. I don't know what bird it is, but it's so beautiful, the song there. It's lovely. So as you finish your cacao, just have a couple of moments to like really sit with devotion. Like, what does that mean to you? Like, what are you devoted to in your life at this time? So we've got a Capricorn full moon coming up, and then there'll be 6 months until the Capricorn new moon comes in. So in this time, like, where do you want to see yourself when that new moon comes in again? So what would you love to achieve in that space of time? Where would you love to be? And sometimes it can be like, it might be just a slowing down of everything. It might be, you know, a realization that we are overdoing or overgiving, or, you know, we're doing too much. And it might be a case of just stripping back a little bit and doing a bit less. So this particular energy, because Parvati is a goddess of relationship, of partnership, but also of the masculine and feminine energies come together. When they come into balance and they create that beautiful dance of harmony between the two. So there is balance between the active and there is balance between the passive. So we have these two energies that come beautifully together and balance each other really well. And this is a reminder, and this is how her energy can be really well translated into our lives as well. So if you have finished your cacao and you have got some rose oil, then I'll just come into the magic of rose. The rose as a flower carries so much wisdom and so much history with it as well. So it has the most beautiful history to it, very much linked to Mary Magdalene, actually, as well. It's the rose and really the divine feminine. So a really beautiful flower that reminds us of like the qualities of the rose, the softness of the petals and the beauty of the petals, but also the sharpness of the thorns. And it gives us a real, real balance between, the love that we give and, how the softness within us, but also when we set those sacred boundaries and, we have that thorn boundary around us that is, that is set quite well, then again, we create this sense of balance. So rose oil is the oil of divine love. My gift to you is love. And the mantra that goes with this lovely oil, my heart is a magnet for love and miracles. So we're in this lovely high vibrational energy of love and gratitude, which vibrates, gratitude vibrates in the vibration of 500. So it's a really high vibration is this oil. And actually the rose oil is actually the highest vibration of oils that we can get. So beautiful oil. So this is dedicated to all of the June women in the room. All the ladies whose birthdays are in this portal energy. And this is taken from Tanya Markle, the She book, volume 2. So this is a lovely, lovely book. She is full of sunbathing beauty. She's medicinal, noble, and fragrant. She doesn't thrive in crowded places, but blossoms on her own. She's social, but doesn't try to prove herself. She's the crown and the confetti. She's the luscious symbol of love and a sensual invitation. She's the crone, maidenhood, and the goddess. She's grounded, empathic, powerful, and healing. And her love, loyalty, and virtue are stronger than any thorn. She is the queen of the summer solstice. So that is dedicated to our beautiful Sarah, whose birthday is on Friday. And Kathleen, I'm not quite sure when your birthday actually is, but happy birthday to you. I'll be seeing you anyway tomorrow, which I'm so excited about. So that's a lovely dedication to the woman of June. So so that is coming out to you with lots of love. All right, lovely. So let us move into Parvati. So has anybody worked with Parvati before? I think we have done Parvati in our Goddess Wisdom Circle once before, I think. So Parvati is, like I said, is the goddess is a goddess of, she's like the ultimate yogini. So she is the goddess of yoga. And I'm going to read something which is taken from the book Awakening Shakti by Sally Kempton, who actually died not so long ago, which is really sad because she's been quite a devotional. I followed Sally's work for a while, and she's very devoted to the goddesses. So I'm going to share a little bit of her reading from her book about her connection and her her reflections on Parvati. So for me, one of the most gorgeous expressions of feminine spirituality is revealed in the story of the goddess Parvati and her beloved Shiva. So if you have come across Shiva, he is the eternal hippie. So he is a mucky old, dusty old hippie type guy who lives in caves and is, it's just like, it was really funny because I was thinking about this morning. For all of you girls who loved a bad boy, Shiva is like the bad boy. So he is this eternal hippie. So Parvati's story offers us a radical alternative to the austerity of so-called masculine spirituality. Traditionally, the spiritual journey has often been described as a path for solitary heroes, Buddha renouncing the world and Jesus leaving home and family to go into the desert. But the journey can also be a romance, the sacred romance between soul and spirit, where the lovers meet, separate, and come together again. The feminine path is not just for women. Rumi and Hafiz, the Sufi poets, followed this path all their lives. But it's one that women understand deeply, which is why so many women resonate with the model of sacred couplehood personified by Shiva and Parvati. So Shiva is an ascetic of yoga, a yogi in love with meditation. So when he meets Parvati, he's struck by her beauty, but he refuses to be distracted from his meditation. So Parvati realizes that in order to win his love, she has to match his spiritual power with her own. So this is where she, you may have heard the story that she stands on one leg in tree pose, actually, on the banks of the river Ganges for years, waiting for Shiva to recognize her. And then one day, arrow of desire is shot straight into Shiva's third eye. And Shiva opens his eyes and said, "Who has shot me with the arrow of desire?" And so Parvati obviously has awakened him from his meditation through the intensity of her focus. So defying her parents, because her parents are like, "Why do you want to go off with this hippie guy? He's dirty, he smells, like, why do you want to go off with this guy?" So defying her parents, Parvati goes into the forest and turns herself into the world's greatest yogini. So as Shiva is the world's greatest yogi, they come together in perfect harmony. So the intensity of her focus magnetizes her beloved so that he comes out of meditation to take her in his arms. When Shiva and Parvati marry, they spend cosmic eons in erotic play before giving birth to two divine sons. And you may recognize that Shiva and Parvati are the parents of Ganesha, the elephant god. So you may have seen Ganesha. So they are Ganesha's parents. So in India, Parvati is the goddess women pray to when they are looking for a perfect mate, because she comes as this, you know, they come as this sacred partnership. So this is where, you know, in a devotional way, women will you know, create altars to to call in a mate. So Parvati, a powerful role model for women on a path of inner growth, call her the inner girlfriend. So if, you know, if we are on these paths of growth, I know through my own experience, you know, Parvati is a beautiful goddess because she reminds us, and she's with us, and she holds us, and she supports us when we're going through those times when it feels really hard, you know, especially if we're doing personal development work. So Parvati is both a romantic and a kick-ass practitioner. So she's a warrior, a multitasker, and a mother. And she's hopelessly in love with her husband, but she takes no shit from him. So she's, you know, she's quite a power. She's related to Durga and Kali actually as well. So Durga, Kali, and Parvati have that energy with them, directed in different ways, but they definitely are very similar goddesses. Although she comes across as quite meek and mild, and Parvati is quite a kick-ass goddess as well. So she's the goddess who embodies the balance of inner and outer, spirit and body, work and life, because she's a goddess of family. So she has, you know, she has the family, and she would be seen as, like, I think it's called the house, like the home keeper. So it's somebody who practices devotional practice, but also keeps a home and a family as well. So she hasn't moved completely away and, you know, renounced all of her, you know, life and belongings. So she, as women allow the Parvati energies to flow through, we become easy with our power. So we realize that we have a power, but we are more with ease with it. So it's more of a like, you know, we can relax a bit with it. We know we have the power, but we can relax a little bit more into it. So she's a goddess of sacred partnership, as I said. She's a patron of yoginis, marriage and motherhood, and commitment to practice yoga, meditation, and homemaking. So I will often, if I'm like, I've missed a few days of yoga, or like I'm thinking like I need to get back on my mat, I will definitely call in Parvati to, you know, give me a kick up the arse to get, you know, get back into your practices, get doing your stuff. You know, you need to be, you know, back on your mat. So yeah, so she's very, very good at that. Okay, so she's very much associated also with the heart chakra, because she's devotion. She's all about devotion. So she's very much associated with the heart. So we call on her for this, you know, feeling of devotion, of determination. She has a really determined nature with a determined energy with her. So she doesn't give up easily. She keeps going even when it feels hard. She has maternal care, and her role as a loving consort to Shiva and nurturing mother to her children can also resonate with the qualities of the heart. So, you know, like when you are like completely devoted to your children, this is, or your pets even, you know, like in that unconditional way where, you know, you just love no matter what. Like, this is the energy of Parvati. So the quality, she helps us to cultivate feelings of devotion, love, compassion, and emotional balance, all aligning with the heart, you know, this lovely heart chakra. And I always think about like the dance of the divine masculine and feminine happening in the heart, you know, this lovely dance between the two that happens right in the heart space. So the element that is associated with the heart chakra is air. So the air element, which also gives us as well the qualities of communication, like good, like and especially, you know, in partnership, because I think, like, I've had my family here today, like Thursday's family day, and I think it was Buddha that said, you know, if you think you're enlightened, literally spend a week with your family. Do you know what I mean? So she's very great at reminding us that, you know what I mean? Like, we are muggle. We have we have this muggle life, like literally with, you know, the people, we cannot cut ourselves off completely. Like literally, as much as I would run to the hills and escape into a cave at any given moment, literally, we have a family, don't we? And we've been born into these families that are hard work sometimes. So I think she's a beautiful goddess to call in when we've got a family to deal with. It just yeah. So we can work with these lovely energies to help us, you know, to guide us and to support us in, you know, in these lovely ways. And remembering that as hard as our families can be, and how difficult it can be, you know, like we also, like we have this opposite of, like, we know that, you know, if anything was going on in our lives, we could literally, they'd be there for us no matter what, you know, like, yeah. So it's so lovely to play with this a little bit, and, you know, have a little bit of fun with it as well. That, yeah, you know, we can laugh a little bit, that, you know, I often say, like, just because they're family, we don't have to like them sometimes. and you know, yeah. So, and I think just having that slight you know, that slight detachment as well sometimes, that you can, yeah, you can just be in it, and she's great for that. So she has she's actually, that, like, air is also the element of movement and change. So she's also, because she's, you know, she's very much associated with Kali energy, which we're going to go into, I think, next month, I think, is Kali. And Kali is very much, I feel, a very space element goddess. So they're, you know, great for clearing space. And, you know, in this transformation, like, when we, you know, we know that when we really truly devote ourselves to something, you know, we can alchemize, you know, anything when we truly devote ourselves. So she has this lovely energy of devotion that can become this tapas, this fire of devotion, which will burn away, you know, anything that is difficult, you know, any challenges that we have. So she's actually as well a really amazing goddess for inner balance and spiritual growth. So if we're on a path of growth, she's a lovely goddess to work with there as well, because she has that power with her as well. Although she's very devotional, she's very loving, she has all these lovely qualities, she is still quite kick-ass. So she's really great in, you know, any sort of spiritual practice that is, you know, is taken, it's a bit hard, it's bringing up the shadow stuff. She's a really great one to call in. So crystal wise, if you want to work with so if you were, say, like, so the best way I find to work with any of the goddesses is to, like, we've got this full moon. New moons are really good to start a practice, but you could start in full moon as well with the goddesses. I think is lovely to start as well. But is to find maybe an image that you resonate with. I've picked for my my goddess training some, like, very different kind of visuals that I really love, that I really resonated with. But you might want to, you know, find one of the more traditional ones as well. There's many different ones. set up in, you know, in your meditation space, and then you might light a candle to that, and then you might have crystals. And one of the crystals, of course, is rose quartz. You know, like rose quartz. These are all beautiful crystals that work very well with Parvati. The other stone that works really well with any of the goddesses actually is moonstone. So moonstone is very much associated with goddess energies as well. So rose quartz is a stone of unconditional love and nurturing and compassionate energy that really, again, connects us to Parvati in this way. So it can also support emotional healing. So rose quartz is an amazing crystal for grief. So any sort of grief work, and Parvati would also work very well with relationship breakup. So if there's been any breakup, then she would be a really lovely goddess to help with that as well. So amethyst, which is the purple crystal that you will most likely, many people have that in their house, is linked to spiritual awakening and is associated with spiritual growth and transformation. So it can be complemented by, because amethyst is very much a third eye stone, so it's very much a stone that will really activate the intuition, so that we can, you know, we can connect it now, and we can listen and we can hear, you know, like what is the wisdom that comes through in our meditation practices. So we would, you know, like if we've never worked with any sort of goddess, like we've never connected with this before, each goddess has specific energies that might support us muggles in our life, you know, if we've got that, you know, the human self. So her, we would invoke Parvati for strength and commitment. So she will help us with unbreakable willpower. Like, I am going to stand on one leg for thousands of years until Shiva recognizes me. Like, that is the power of her, you know, of her devotion and her willpower. Finding a mate. So again, if we're in, you know, if we're in a place where we are looking, you know, to invite love into our lives, and she is very much the one. Getting married, conceiving a child. So if we are in, you know, wanting to conceive, she's great for fertility. Also creative activity, and because she's very much, you know, about the heart as well, she allows us to really create and transmit from the heart, like really authentically. So she also unites, a very good goddess that unites masculine and feminine. So this divine masculine, divine feminine energy, we get this lovely dance of the two with this this particular goddess. So if we are, you know, if we are kind of people who either are very pushy and very, you know, we're very driven in the masculine energy, and we find it really hard to back off and soften into the feminine, then she's a great goddess to bring in to balance that energy. If we are, in the other hand, in the you know, like really in the feminine, in the you know, princess in the tower who's just waiting for saving, then again she will help us, you know, bring, or you know, not been able to put things into action. You know, we might have lots of ideas and creative energy flowing in this divine feminine, but we struggle to get it put into action. We, you know, it's in the head and it stays in the head and it never gets moved forwards. Then again, she is, you know, she's a lovely goddess to help us with that as well, because she brings this lovely divine masculine and feminine energy together. So she helps us to balance worldly and spiritual sides of life. So that is, again, you know, with, you know, the family thing, you know, if we you know, we, like, I can be completely at ease at every moment in the spiritual, in my work life. It's the muggle life that I struggle with a lot. You know, I'm happy when I'm doing my work completely. Like, I love it, and could quite happily, like I said, just run to the hills and be in a cave. I could just happily do this. It's often the, you know, the family side of things where I might struggle a little bit more. And not to say I don't adore them all deeply, I do, but you know, I do love my my alone time. So again, she's a great goddess, I think, to if you feel like that you need to claim that alone time as well. So although she is a goddess of partnership, you know, if we feel like we are quite swamped by everybody else's needs and we can't claim that space for ourselves, then she would be a really lovely goddess to call in for that. Does that all make sense to everybody? Is that helpful? Yeah. Do you like Parvati? Yeah, she's lovely. She's lovely to work with.
Is she the same as is she a different, you know, sometimes it's the same energy, but a different name. Is she the same as Shakti?
Kali and Durga, yeah, she's quite a strong, yeah, she's that Shakti, like that deep Shakti feminine energy, yeah.
I always think of Shiva. Well, I don't know a lot about Hindu goddesses, but I always think of like Shiva and Shakti being
Yes.
you know.
Yeah, she will represent that, yeah.
Yeah.
Because Kali is also seen with Shiva as well. So Kali and Durga and Parvati have, they're all similar but different. So they have different energies with them, but Parvati very much. So Shiva is the god of like transformation, destruction. He is the one that will burn everything to the ground to make space for the new. So the Shiva energy is very powerful, and she balances it really well. But she's equally, like I said, she's equally quite a powerful energy as well. So coupling that lovely energy with where we are in the year, we're in the summer solstice energy, which is, this lovely pinnacle point in the year. This year we've not had a massive amount of anything yet, but I'm really, really, really just going to watch this space, because I bet you once this water element's done this weekend, we get sun. I bet we do. So just check it out. So the moon at the moment that's coming up is this lovely Capricorn full moon, and the energies around this full moon are patience, persistence, reassessing our commitments, and also being who we are. Like, so I think everything really this year has been coming back. If you watch any of the kind of cosmic updates, all of it is about getting authentic. It's more about, who we are, being more relaxed in who we are, allowing ourselves to show up as we are, and, being more ourselves. So following our dreams, while also fulfilling our domestic responsibilities. So, it's like, I feel as if like there's just this acceptance in that, it's so, life is just a balance. It's a dance between, having that spiritual connection and the domestic life that we all lead. The realness of life, having to pay for a roof over our heads, and having to clothe our kids and get food on the table, and all of that stuff that comes with it. But there's also the dream as well. So there is always that dream, which is often life wanting to express itself more and more through us, more life, more express, more expression. So we have these lovely balances. But I think one thing I know from my own practices, over the years, this feeling more and more of actually moving back, because I think in yoga, I can't remember how it's described, but it's like a pendulum that, you know, life is like a pendulum, really. You know, we move, you know, one way, we move back the other way, and we're forever swinging back and forwards, really. Like that is the nature of life. And then there is this like sattvic place in the center, which is this lovely place, you know, where we feel completely aligned and at peace with ourselves when we're right in the middle. But life is not always like that, and you know, we have this swing, this pendulum swing all the time going on. You know, it's always going to be swinging from here to there, and it's kind of how quickly we can get back into that center when we've swung one way or the other. You know, life's never going to be easy. It doesn't matter where we are, even in the spiritual side of things. It's not easy over there. It's not easy in the Muggle world either. But it's like, you know, where we can find that place in the center where, you know, life maybe is not completely taking us one way or the other. You know, we can just come back and find our center. And, you know, all of these practices, certainly for me, have been part of, you know, part of my own life of helping me come back to my center when I find, you know, life is chucking a few curveballs, or, you know, I feel scared about something, or I'm worried about something, or, you know, something's just completely stressing me out. You know, I don't know how I'm going to pay the bills this month, or, you know, whatever it is. There is a place of devotion deep inside and trust that I know that, you know, I know that I'm always carried and I'm always held. So yeah, this is like, for me anyway, where I've found that place of devotion and acceptance of the balance of the two. You know, I like I said, as much as I'd love to live in a cave, it's not practical for me to go live in a cave or a caravan somewhere in the hills somewhere. Because I have a family, and you know, that has its responsibility with it. So lovely. So we're going to do a little bit of journaling, and if you need a pee break, then this would be a good time to have a quick pee break. We're going to do a little bit of journaling, and then I'm going to take you through this little meditation and mudra practice, which is very lovely. And later on tonight, I'll send out the recording of this, and there is also like a booklet that goes with this. So if you want to, you know, if she calls and you resonate with this goddess and you want to work with her for the next, you know, the next month, yeah, then there is a booklet that goes with it. So I'll complete that booklet when this recording's done, and this recording will be added to it, so you can go back to it if you need it. And there's playlists and you know, stuff to go with it. So in the group, I've put a playlist, and the idea of the playlist is that you close your eyes and just dance it out. Let the goddess move through you, dance it out in whatever way feels good for you. Lay down and let the music wash over you, or whatever it is. But that playlist has been specifically created for this particular goddess, so you can, like I say, you can work with that in whatever way that you choose. And there's more in there. The chant is in there as well. So there's a couple of different chants that can be used for Parvati. We can use the Shiva chant. So if you've worked with Namah Shivaya, and that is one that can be used with this one. But I actually love Gayatri mantra for this particular goddess, because it's the chant of Mother Nature. It's all of the elements. It's a lovely devotional chant, and yeah, so we're going to work with that tonight because it's really one of my favorites. All right. All right, so I'll just wait for everyone to come and back, and then is this sound all right still? Yeah? I don't know what's happened to my mic tonight. I'm going to Ibiza, Caroline, in a couple of weeks to where we're staying. So I'll get to check it out before we go. So I'm quite excited about that.
That'd be nice. That'd be good.
Yeah, I can just check out the area and everything and where we're going. So
It's 100 days.
is that all it is? Oh my God.
Yes. Sorry.
Wow,
It just
100
popped
days.
up on my phone, the reminder. I've got a vacation countdown.
Oh wow,
I
amazing.
know.
100 days, shit. I get
I
my
know.
but
Best start saving.
start planning. Oh, it'd be lovely. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, the lady that owns it's lovely. She's really gorgeous. So yeah, I think it'd be really nice.
Yeah, I think it will. I can't wait.
Got gorgeous women coming as well.
I can imagine, yeah.
It'll be a right laugh. We've got some right wild cards in there as well. I've got a feeling we're going to be skinny dipping anyway. That's my feeling.
All right. Okay. Well, that's what I did with my mum on her 80th, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, I won't be surprised.
At 2 in the morning. I don't mind.
Yeah, gorgeous. Right, ladies, if you've got journals, then let's have a little bit of a moment. Has anyone got anything they want to share actually before we move on, or any questions before we move on? Is it fairly clear? Yeah. Good, good, good. I meant to say, Laura, congratulations on your wonderful book. You burst. Amazing. I don't know if she's frozen actually. I think she's maybe, yeah, I don't know if she's frozen actually there. Okay, so let's have a little journaling. And actually, oh, what's it called? So the first bit of journaling is love and devotion, but I just want to share something. So at the weekend, we were training, and one of the girls shared this amazing, gorgeous book called Plant Feasts. And the girl that's written it it's all about food, but like the stories and like the history behind some of the food, and it's so inspiring. It's called Plant Feast. I can't remember the name, but anyway, I'll put it in our group because it's lovely. If you want to, like, I'm getting a bit devotional about my food at the moment, so just treating it in a really different way. So if you're interested, it's really lovely. She's called Moody Mango, I think. Moody Mango on Instagram, I think she's called. Something like that. So, all right. So first journaling prompt. I would just like to drop into this concept of love and devotion. So reflecting on the qualities of love and devotion in your life. Now, it may be that we give a lot of devotion to others, we give a lot of love to others, but we don't actually give it too much to ourselves. So in that balance, how do we express love towards ourselves and also towards others? So how do we, love ourselves? What do we do in our lives that shows, because I think often if we are like rushing around and we're not giving ourselves time and space that we need, because again, when we feel into these areas of the spirit, this balance, this you know, the spiritual and the muggle. If we're doing too much muggle, too much world, too much life, and we're not doing enough spirit, that is going to cause an imbalance as well. So, but sometimes to do that, we have to set some sacred boundaries, you know, remembering the rose and the thorns, that sometimes we have to say to people, actually, you know, I need to do this first, because when my cup is full, then I can give, you know. So again, we remember that. You might want to actually use your oracle cards as well for this. So if you want to give your oracle cards a shuffle and maybe pull a card on that question as well. So reflecting on the qualities of love and devotion, how do we express love towards ourselves? And like I said, you might want to pull a card for that. Oh, Laura, are you in hospital? Oh no. Ah, bless you. I didn't realise you were in hospital still. Oh, my love. Did you get that journal prompt, honey? Have you got any cards with you, Laura? Have you got your oracle? Yay, of course you have. All right, so that journal prompt was, how do you express love towards yourself? And you might want to pull a card for that as well. So I think the other thing as well, especially in full moon energy, is that full moon illuminates. So it always illuminates like often what we're going, you know, what's going on in our lives, but it can also illuminate shadow. So, you know, those shadow aspects that, you know, the things that we just like habits that we keep doing, and we don't, you know, we know that they're bad for us, but we keep doing them. So this is a really, again, this, we can at this time really reassess, and I think this time of year is a really good time to reassess where we're at, and you know, other tweaks that we want to make at this time, and this is a really good time to do it. So with that, how can we deepen our sense of devotion to ourselves, to our spiritual path, to our personal growth journeys? So are there any areas that we can deepen that sense of devotion? So just, you know, as I said, just rather than like skimming over the surface of things, like, you know, learning things on the run, like I have done this myself as well at times, where, you know, I'm taking things in, but it's very much on a mind level. It's not dropped, it's not allowed to drop into heart, because everything's too busy, and it's like, yeah, I've got that, and that's in, and that's in, and that's in, but actually it hasn't dropped into the, you know, the actually feeling sense. It's in the head. So, you know, being aware of where we are, you know, often practicing from a head level rather than a heart level as well. So devotion is about, you know, really truly dropping into heart space. So that can be on any level, you know, that could be on any level. It might be our fitness, it might be our yoga practice, it might be the food that we like. I'm going into this devotional practice around food at the moment, because personally, I can't be asked making food. Like literally, I just can't be asked with it at all. Like just, and I'm trying really hard to get a bit devotional about it, to make it more interesting and more, you know, like, because it is a devotional practice, you know, feeding the, you know, feeding the sacred body. So I need to feel better about doing it. So I've got like a bit of a resistance around it. And again, you might want to pull a card on that as well. We're going to have the best food tomorrow, Sarah. Oh my God, the food there is divine. It is
I can't wait.
divine. The toilets are unreal.
If the food doesn't agree, then you can
The
spend
food is, the
longer in
toilets
there.
are unbelievable. We're going to Ivy Asia. I don't know if anyone's been, but they do like a lunchtime special in Leeds. If you ever get a chance to go, oh my God, it is the most scrumptious place.
Oh gosh, we're going to be like goddesses.
Like, yeah, it's just
are we
divine.
wearing like something floaty and gorgeous?
Yes, definitely. Let's get goddesses are in town. Goddesses are in town.
Oh yeah, we can be sashaying through the streets, you know, stopping the traffic.
Through Leeds. Amazing. Yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
Gorgeous. So balance and harmony. So this might be again something that we want to look at. And again, you might want to pull a card on this. So consider areas in your life where you seek balance and harmony. So this can be work-life balance. It might be muggle spiritual balance. You know, it might be too much spiritual, not enough muggle. We might be too muggle, not enough spiritual. So just finding that place, you know, personal time, you know, are we, you know, do we claim personal time? Do our, you know, are our responsibilities like you know, the housekeeper's responsibilities overtaking our self-care? You know, is there a equal giving and receiving? You know, are we just giving and not open to receiving? That's quite a common thing for women, I think, is that we, you know, we don't receive well. I think also with Parvati being this, you know, this like ultimate yogini as well, there is this like devotion to our physical temple, you know, and when we start to get devoted to the physical temple, one thing, because I've been, you know, I always work with the goddess before we come into these spaces. What I have found is my food choices have changed a lot in the last few weeks, that while I've been working with Parvati, that, you know, I feel like I want to feed my body better. I want better qualities, you know, food coming in. I'm kind of getting back into my juicing and things that I've not done for a while. You know, I've kind of got back into all of that I really want to nourish my body. So that's one thing that's happened personally for me, just working with Parvati. You know, if you want to get a yoga practice underway and you're not, you know, you maybe not been doing it for a while, or you want to get back into it, then again, she's a really good one for that as well. So again, if we're in this, you know, we're in this balance point in the year, the summer solstice is again when the, you know, the fire element is actually very present at the moment. So again, if we want to dedicate us, like summer is quite a good time because we often have the energy. Like I always say, like I'm really solar powered, so I love the sun and I feel really inspired when it's sunny. And so you have that, you know, that you have that extra drive to, you know, that extra energy often to do, you know, to do more things as well, and, you know, to incorporate it. So if we look at, you know, we reassess, so we might look at where we're at the moment have we still dragged winter habits into summer? Do you know what I mean? Are we still in like that winter bit of a hazy kind of semi-hibernation place? You know, have we actually dragged ourselves? Because actually it's been quite wet and grey, so we might still feel a bit of that energy at the moment. So like, what are our hopes and dreams for the, you know, for the summer? What would we love to, you know, set into motion for this next bit of the year? And, you know, are we, you know, do we have the persistence and the patience and the commitment, you know, to realize those wishes and them dreams, you know? Because we can't be wishy-washy with our, you know, with our dreams. And then you might want to just pull one more card for an overall message from your lovely goddess tonight. Doesn't the time go quick? What time already? Anybody got anything they'd like to share, or any commitments you want to share? Any realizations or ahas, or no?
Everyone's very quiet, aren't they?
Aren't they?
Which is suspicious.
Suspicious, very suspicious.
Yeah, I'd just like to share that I was proud of myself this evening because, as you know, I do overgive, and I'd actually thought I'm gonna, you know, when someone asks me to do something, if I see a white space in my diary, I just say yes. So a couple of weeks ago, I sort of looked at the overall landscape, you know, looking at the diary sort of week by week, and where there were like, you know, clumps of busy. I went in and put the odd day at stay home, chill, you know, stay
Oh
home,
yeah,
chill.
amazing.
Okay. And then I just got a text from a lady who I do some part-time retail work for. And she said, "Oh, I'm going on holiday. Da 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 da. Can you come in on such and such a day?" So I looked in my diary and I thought, "Oh God," you know, because it said stay home, chill.
Yeah.
And the next day I'm driving to Leicester, and the day after that I'm traveling to London, and then the day after that I'm doing da da da. And I thought, so I said, "I'm really sorry, I'm not available that day."
Well done.
I know this seems like I'm saying it like I've said I've jumped off a cliff, you know, it's
That's
like,
amazing. Yeah, it's big for you.
but for me, it's like, and I thought, oh, a bit, you know, I've done it.
Well done.
But if
Yeah.
I hadn't have written in my diary, it would
Yeah.
have just been blank and I would have forgotten.
That's it. It's a really good idea to
I mean,
block
it sounds
out.
very basic, I know, but sometimes for me, it needs to be basic.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's
Make
amazing.
a new pattern.
Yeah. Well done. That's big. Gorgeous.
And just to add to that,
Yeah.
the card that I pulled was the Lyran Stargate.
Oh wow.
And it's got like she's got something at her throat, like a star constellation at her throat. And it says throat healing, personal power, and healing entanglements.
Oh
So I
wow.
think that was, you know, it can be these really small, simple things that make us
Yeah.
take like it's almost like one of those layered cakes, isn't it? Is it a mille-feuille, you know, the
Yeah.
1,000 leaves of puff pastry?
Yeah.
It's just like one little sacred no, and da 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 da, and then it just builds up the cake, doesn't it?
It has, yeah, and it has that ripple effect, doesn't it, as well? It's amazing. Well done. Gorgeous. All right, so we're gonna have just a short meditation, like a crystal cave meditation. And we're going to work with a mudra called the Abhaya Hridaya Mudra. And Hridaya is the higher heart. So it is this, it is seen as like this wish fulfilling tree. So it's seen as, you know, sometimes you might see it as the little Buddha sitting underneath the tree, and you know the tree is all giving. It's all, you know, it's lovely. So as we hold this mudra, you might want to allow yourself to have. Oh, bye, Alina. Oh, she's gone. Just to have that feeling of love and devotion to yourself within your heart. So this mudra is also called the fearless heart mudra. So that sometimes, you know, we do have to overcome fear to get where we want to be, you know, and sometimes things do feel a bit scary. So it's also reminds us, really connected to Parvati, that she will, you know, she will help you in times when it's, you know, things feel hard, and you know, to commit and devote yourself to yourself and to your spiritual practice. You know, that sometimes can feel hard because life gets in the way. So this is a great mudra for that. Now, again, it's not an easy mudra to master, but it is very lovely when you get it together. So I'll show you it. So the wrists are going to cross, and you're going to bring together your little fingers. So just hook your little fingers together first, then your ring fingers hook together, then your middle fingers hook together, and then your index and thumb touch together. So it kind of looks like that. You might have it. Have you got it, Caroline? So it's little fingers, ring fingers, middle fingers, and then thumb and index. That's it, Caroline. Yes, Sarah's got it. Yeah, Kathleen's got it. Yeah. All right. And then you're just going to let that sit here at the heart. So you just let it sit into the heart space. And then again from here. So I was saying, I don't know if it was in the break, that the mantra that I like to work with this particular goddess is actually the Gayatri. So I'm going to chant the Gayatri 3 times, and then I'm going to take you into this gentle meditation. So if you know the Gayatri, do chant along with me. You might have done it with Julie, I'm sure you will have done. So if you know it, then we can chant it together. So just take a moment as you just settle the mudra in, just let it sit nicely within your heart space. And again, if you feel like you want to lay back and just lean back into your chair, then, you know, just be comfy with it. And again, just gently closing down your eyes for a moment. So this mudra is about releasing any doubt and living from a fearless heart. So again, just allowing your breath to slow down. And again, just allowing your shoulders to relax, and just allowing the energies of Parvati to gently surround you and hold you. And as we chant this beautiful mantra, the oldest mantra in all time, a mantra that connects us to all of nature, to Mother Nature, to all of the elements, and to light. This is a mantra of light. Om Bhur Bhuvasvaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bargo devasya dhimahi Diyo yona prachodayat. Ombur burvasvaha tat savitur varenyam. Bargo devasya dhimahi Diyo yona prachodayat. Ombur burvasvaha tat savitur varenyam. Bargo devasya dhimahi Diyo yona prachodayat. So as you take a lovely deep breath in, just allowing your heart space to gently expand. Taking a few breaths to ground and center yourself. And just allow yourself to imagine a beautiful place in nature. Somewhere that you may have visited before. But somewhere that you feel very safe and held. And visualize in your mind's eye yourself standing at the entrance of a sacred crystal cave nestled deep within the earth. As you step inside, you are surrounded in a warm golden light that emanates from the walls of the cave, reflecting on the crystals. The air is filled with the soft, soothing sound of water dripping from stalactites, and the ground beneath your feet is covered in a soft carpet of moss and wildflowers. As you venture deeper into the cave, you come upon a magnificent chamber bathed in a soft glow of ethereal crystals. The walls of the chamber are lined with shimmering crystals of every colour, and at the centre of the room stands a massive crystal heart pulsating with divine energy. Goddess Parvati, the embodiment of divine love and compassion, appears before you, her radiant form glowing with an inner light. She beckons you to approach the crystal heart and to sit in its warm, comforting embrace. As you sit before the crystal heart, feel its gentle energy enveloping you in a cocoon of love and protection. Allow yourself to relax and let go of any tension or worries that you may be carrying. Goddess Parvati places her hand over your heart, and you feel a surge of warmth and love flowing through your entire body. She whispers words of encouragement and affirmation, reminding you of your worthiness and divinity. So as you take a moment to connect with the energy of the crystal heart, allowing its healing vibrations to penetrate deep into your soul. Just feeling any emotional wounds or barriers melting away, replaced by a deep sense of peace, love and wholeness.
Devasya Dimai Dio Yona Prachodayat Om Bhurbuva Svaha Tatsavitur Varenyam Bargo Devasya Dimai Dio Yona Prachodayat Om Bhurbuva Svaha Tatsavitur Varenyam Bargo Devasya Dimai Dio Yona Prachodayat Om Bhurbuva Svaha Tatsavitur Varenyam Bargo Devasya Dimai Dio Yona Prachodayat Om Bhurbuva Svaha Tatsavitur Varenyam Bargo Devasya Dimai Dio Yona Prachodayat Om Bhurbuva Svaha Tatsavitur Varenyam Bargo Devasya Dimai Dio Yona Prachodayat.
So with each breath, feel yourself becoming more attuned to the divine love that surrounds you. Know that you are held and supported by the unconditional love of Goddess Parvati, who is always there to guide and protect you on your journey. As you bask in the loving embrace of the crystal heart cave, offer gratitude to Goddess Parvati for her presence and blessings in your life. And know that you can return to this sacred space whenever you need comfort, healing, or guidance. And when you are ready, just beginning to gently deepen your breath. And you can gently release your mudra, bringing your palms together and just rubbing your palms together. Gently putting your palms over your eyes and allowing your eyes to rest into the warmth of your hands. And then you might like to massage over your head and your face. And then bring your hands into prayer position at your heart for a moment, And again, just taking a moment to connect in with your beautiful, beautiful heart. And allowing a gorgeous, gorgeous inner smile to rise from your heart to your face, to your eyes, and just remembering that there is no passion to be found in settling for a life that is less than the one that you are capable of living. Our circle is now closed. Namaste, beautiful ladies. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being here. And I will see you next month for Kali. Have a lovely, lovely summer solstice. Sending you some love and light, and yeah, have a gorgeous, gorgeous summer. Lots of love. See you soon. Bye. Bye.